Hey guys, how's it going? It is true. Supercell has announced they are going to be proactively taking action up against players that are using third party software like iMod, xMod, as well as other applications. There's scripting, there's autoplay, there's a lot of things that a lot of people are not aware of that it's not like every player is doing it, but there's a solid number that are going to be affected by this. And it's finally, we could see the end of it. Clan Wars was given to us in Clash of Clans 2 years ago, and it's been an amazing feature that was added to the game and just really sparked the game to its maximum growth that it had. And it was such a fun experience and just a great change of pace. And over time, when players and more players started using these third party applications, it took the fun away. You got to see some really crazy attacks, but for a fair play individual, it's realistically impossible to try and do an attack where you're 3-starring a Town Hall 10 or you're 3-starring a Town Hall 11 consistently, war after war after war after war. It's just not possible. You're going to have those random bases that you find, or you'll just have like the stroke of genius, and you're just going to pummel a base and you'll get your 3-star. I know you guys have questions about what this means from Supercell. I know that you guys have questions, especially for those players that have used these, that do use them. Are you in trouble? And the answer is no, you're not. Not right now. If you continue to use third party applications from this point forward, you have a solid chance that your account is going to be banned. Supercell stepping up their game, and they can track it now. They know if you're using it. And you might not get banned right away, but they will find you. They will find everyone using it at some point, and that's a risk that you're going to have to live with if you're using it from this point forward. It will be removed from the game. It won't just be this empty base for people to even farm loot. It will literally be deleted from everything, eradicated from the world. So if you guys are using this, if you really have like any sort of like emotional attachment to your account, or you don't want to lose your account, it's time to uninstall those apps. It's time to stop using them. Delete it. I mean, you could take a chance and you could do it, and maybe you're not going to get caught. Highly unlikely at this point. Supercell is very confident with the things that they've done over the last year or so, to where they're finally at the point where they can take proactive action up against players that are using these software programs. I know some people have been wondering, why hasn't Supercell acted upon this faster? Why has it taken this long? And the truth is, the developers of these applications have done a really good job countering whatever Supercell does to try and fix the problem. And Supercell's finally, like, they've stepped up their game. They've got a ton of people on board, and they're finally feeling confident that they can take proactive action up against these players that are using third-party software. And it's not so much against the players. I mean, people have been doing whatever they could do to be competitive, especially in Clan Wars. There's a ton of clans that use it, both good and bad. You have these other clans that are fair play clans, but you still have closet modders. It is what it is. You can't. Some people may or get really passionate about this issue, and they get really angry when they find out a player has been modding. But realistic, it is. I mean, I have friends. They mod. They enjoy it. They had fun with it. It changed the game for them. And you know what? Whatever. All right, you mod. You liked it. It kept you playing the game. Great. Yeah, you got a lot of 3-stars, but and that was kind of the problem. Is it kind of took the fun out of the game as far as like from a competitive standpoint, where it's just like you see a 3-star and it doesn't really mean as much. How many wars have we broadcasted in the past on Twitch specifically, where we might be going up against a clan and we see a 3-star, or you're going up against a clan as a your own self, and you see a base get 3-star to one of your teammates that mods, see someone 3-star, and it's just like, he just spent 3 hours doing this over and over and over again, and then he scripted it and everything else. And so it's not the special thing anymore. And so going forward, when you do see a 3-star in Clash of Clans, it will have that crazy shock and awe factor to it. And it's just going to bring that really competitive side back to it. And I think it's going to create this interesting dynamic between a lot of clanmates where, there's a lot of clans that strategize. And, if they're like a modding clan, they'll have to talk about, oh, just put it on this X, Y, and coordinate plane, then auto touch it like this, blah, blah, blah. Instead, it's going to be, you actually have to like start theory crafting and actually start like kind of guessing, if I drop these troops here, is it going to go that way? Like, is this okay? Before, those were questions that they could just, experiment with. You'd have some players that could figure it out in a couple hours, and you'd have other players that it took them 12 hours just a 2-star base. It's like, come on, man, drop your crutch, just go, just take that base down. So going forward, what is going to be the future of Clash of Clans? Will it die? Will it be more fun? Will it grow? Will there be people that come back to it? There's been a lot of people that have said, if Clash of Clans gets rid of modding, the game's going to die. Relatively speaking to the masses of how many players actually play Clash of Clans, the amount of people that mod is still very small. And like the competitive side among like some like your most competitive players and clans, yeah, you're going to see like a higher percentage of players that will use it just because it's there. And for them to even be competitive, they're kind of forced into this position where they have to. They might not necessarily want to, but if they want to really be competitive, it's just this compromise that some people have made over the last year. And that's their decision. I'm not going to rip them apart and be like, you're a terrible person. You have no soul. You iMod. It's okay. You went that route. It's fine. Well, eventually you might not be able to do that. So it's your own crutch and it's going to disappear one day. And we finally might be there. I'm excited about this as a person that, I stream my attacks. I do them live with you guys, whether I'm watching myself get 3-starred or 2-starred, or I'm doing 2-stars and 3-stars. It's really exciting for me to kind of plan out those attacks live with you on stream and do them and see our fails, our successes, our amazing attacks, our lucky attacks. And so it's going to kind of give those like a little bit more meaning, I feel like, especially when I'm, let's say seeing a really good attack on me, or being in a clan and seeing my teammates doing a really amazing job and get like a crazy 3-star. So it's going to help make it more interesting and more fun. So that's my honest opinion. I think that, there will be certain players that decide to leave Clash of Clans, and they might uninstall it and they'll never play it again. But at the same time, I mean, there's two different ways that you could look at this. You could look at it, be like, you know what? All right, they're going to take iMod out of the game. That ruins all the fun for me. I legitimately enjoyed sandboxing for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and trying attacks over and over and over and over and over again, tracking a base until I 3-starred it. And then you might have some players that are actually glad that you can't, that they're not going to basically be held to that level where, if you want to be competitive, you're going to have to be forced into that modding position. You're going to have players that are going to be glad, because at the end of the day, it's going to be less time for those players that they have to invest into the game, because it's not going to be an option anymore. You're not going to have even the option to spend 3 hours sandboxing a base to try and 3-star it. It's just not going to be possible unless you want to lose your account. So, I mean, for those types of players, I feel like some people are actually going to be relieved that it's gone. They're going to be spending a little bit less time on the competitive side. They'll still get their attacks in, but it'll give them a chance to kind of help out their clanmates from that more competitive, just advice. You have to start actually really talking more about it, from like their own experiences. There's another huge topic about, players that mod, they suck. They're terrible without the modding. They're nobody, but at the same time, they actually have a lot of practice because of that. And some of them were great players to begin with. So just because a lot of these players aren't going to be able to mod anymore does not mean that they're just going to suck. You're still going to see some of those really competitive clans. They're still going to be really competitive and probably be at that top tier. You might see some that disband or decide, you know what, this game's just not for us anymore. And then you're going to see some other ones that maybe didn't have a chance to shine. Due to whatever reason they might come out. So the future of Clash of Clans is in a really iffy spot right now. No one really knows what's going to happen. Will Supercell's fix actually be like this permanent resolution to where, people don't really mod anymore? They just don't do it. If you do it, there's like a 99% chance that eventually your account is going to get found through whatever the heck they're doing to find us, and they're gonna take your account away. They're gonna delete it. They're gonna banhammer it, and you're not going to be able to get it back. You're not going to be able to go into your account. You're not going to be able to see your little elixir pumps with the pink thing, and you're not going to be able to click them. You're not going to see your 2013, 2014 Christmas tree cauldrons, whatever you got. If you've got the 2012 Christmas tree and you're modding on your account, you're suiciding the Christmas tree, man. Don't do it. If you don't do it for your clan, do it for the trees, man. Like, tree huggers, let's go. We got to think about all of our collector achievements. You know, you'd want gem boxes in an achievement, but what about the cauldrons? Those aren't really special. It's like so many of them. Although this chick likes it. She was clapping next to it, so I guess maybe they are a little bit special. Right. I guess the last thing I really wanted to touch on is I know I'm going to get a lot of criticism for my decision to even make a video about this, because a lot of my friends and a lot of the players that I play with, you know, they've used these programs in the past. They have. You know, it's nothing. It's not like a secret or anything. And you know, before I had played with any of the players that I play with, they were just like good friends of mine, and they were really good at the game. And that was the direction the game went. If you were a competitive war clan, you basically were forced in this position where if you wanted to still be competitive and you wanted to be among that top tier elite, whatever war clan, whether it was mixed or elite, you were modding. You know, that was basically what you had to do to be in that role. And if you didn't, you may have been able to hold your spot in a clan, but eventually, if you really wanted to make that level and you wanted to shine, which who doesn't? Who doesn't want to be, you know, doing those really good attacks and impressing everyone and kind of holding their own? So that's just everyone was kind of pigeonholed into it. So I'm honestly I'm curious to see the future of a lot of the clans out there, both competitive and non-competitive, and see where it's gonna go. I know that I'm gonna stick with Clash of Clans, and I'm gonna keep doing my attacks live with you guys. I know the last couple weeks I've been playing a lot more Clash Royale, but I'm excited to start streaming Clash of Clans like every other day again, getting our war attacks in, and then joining some other clans, and you know, kind of seeing, you know, what the atmosphere is and how the game has changed, and as well as doing some interviews with some of these other clans. I have a couple scheduled this week to kind of get their opinion on it as well. So it's going to be a ton of fun, and I can't wait to see where this all goes. You know, what's going to happen? Is the game going to die? Is it going to grow? Are players going to quit? Are they going to keep playing? You know, are they going to play harder? I don't know. All right, well, I'm not really going to cover this anymore. I feel like I've been repeating myself, and I don't want to be too redundant with this video. So we're going to wrap this up. If you guys have any comments or questions, you know, feel free to find me in my Twitch streams. That's where you can get that, like, a one-on-one engagement, and where I actually kind of respond to you and have, like, a constructive conversation. Find me on Twitch. That's the best way to really get my attention, or to have, like, a conversation with me. I'm dying to know what you guys think. This is going to be a really big week, and there's going to be it's gonna be big. It's gonna be a lot of people talking about it, and you know, it's always been a popular topic on Twitch, and among just the communities that I've been a part of, is the whole taboo with iModding. Right? And whenever someone starts talking about iModding, it's just like, oh, this is gonna be a good conversation. Let's go. Someone get the popcorn. But if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. Also, leave comments here. I'm going to try to respond to them as much as I can. Also, pledging to you guys for the rest of 2016, you will be getting a video from me every day with mobile gaming. It's going to be Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, Summoner's War, Vainglory, other mobile games. But every day for the rest of 2016, I am going to be hammering out a video for you guys. I'm going to make sure it's not just quantity over quality. I'm still going to go for quality as well. And that's on top of our Twitch streams that we do. So I hope to, I just want to see where it goes, you know? We'll see. We're starting at about 20K subscribers, 21K subscribers. And that's with doing like one video a month or so. It's very kind of sporadic. But once again, thanks for watching, guys. And good luck to everyone. And please take care of your accounts. Peace.